Alright, what is up guys? Today I'm going to explain how to play Emilie, the last limited 5-star character before we move on to the Natline update. Emilie is an off-field SUB-DPS that synergizes with the burning elemental reaction. I'm just going to show some gameplay of her while explaining the main parts of her kit, starting with her skill. Using her skill spawns a lamp object called a Lumidouce Case. This Lumidouce Case starts at level 1 and attacks nearby opponents like this. Now, if an enemy is affected by burning, it will release a scent that will be absorbed by the Lumidouce Case. And once it absorbs 2 scents, the Lumidouce Case will be upgraded to level 2, which means it will deal more damage to enemies like this. Notice how each hit does more damage, but also attacks more frequently. Check out this comparison. Anyways, a scent can only be made every 2 seconds, so it takes a minimum of 4 seconds before the Lumidouce Case goes to level 2. But that's not all. Thanks to one of Emilie's passive skills, every time a level 2 Lumidouce Case collects 2 scents, it will do an extra attack that scales off of her attack stat, like this. By the way, a Lumidouce Case lasts longer than Emilie's skill cooldown, so you can have permanent uptime on it, which is very nice. Anyway, you can only get a maximum of a level 2 Lumidouce Case by using her skill, so this is where her burst comes in. Emilie's elemental burst immediately spawns a level 3 Lumidouce Case, which casts a large amount of dendro attacks and has the highest scaling. However, this level 3 case lasts for less than 3 seconds. After, it will turn into a level 1 case, just like how you casted her skill for the first time. Interestingly, if you had a level 2 Lumidouce Case on field at the time you casted her burst, since only one Lumidouce Case can be on field at one time, the level 2 case will get temporarily despawned in favor of the level 3 case. Then after the level 3 case disappears, the level 2 case will respawn instead of a level 1 case. This property is useful because it encourages you to cast Emilie's skill before using her burst, because the level 1 case damage is pretty mid compared to the level 2 one. That's it for her kit. Now, how do we build her? Let's start with her weapons. Her signature is by far the best. I mean, look at the main stat and passive, every aspect is extremely useful to her. Not just the extra crit and attack stats, but also the energy regen. If you do not have that, then I guess you can use a damage polearm like Staff of Homa, Calamity Queller, Engulfing Lightning, or a 4-star one like Favonius Lance. For artifacts, the 4-piece Burning set is pretty much made for her, but the 4-piece Deepwood can also be good if no one else on the team is holding it. You can also mix and match 2-piece sets like attack percent or dendro damage bonus if you don't have a good 4-piece Reverie yet. Now, Emilie actually wants attack and crit, because although her kit is based off the burning reaction, she doesn't actually care about the actual burning damage, just that the reaction is present. There's even another passive she has that increases her damage to burning enemies based on her attack. Therefore, you should go for attack percent Sands, dendro damage goblet, and critical circuit. Try to maintain a 1 to 2 crit ratio, and as for ER, it depends on her team. Sometimes you can have none at all, or a little bit, like maybe 140%. Her burst only costs 50 energy, so play around with a team you like and see how much you need. For talents, just level up her skill and burst. Both are very useful. As for Constellations, surprisingly, all of them are pretty good. C1 is more damage and allows the level 2 Lumidouce Case to be made a bit faster thanks to the extra scent produced. In this comparison, you can see that with her C1, my Lumidouce Case upgrades to level 2 much faster than the C0 version. C2 is also more damage, thanks to the dendro resistant shred. I'll have to test this a bit more, but C2 could also be useful for some Bloom teams. No cap. C4 makes her burst last longer and hits more frequently. And finally, C6 gives Dendro Infusion to her normals. So now you just have to level up her normal talents as well. The damage is actually pretty decent, but it doesn't last very long. You only have 5 seconds or literally 4 attacks before the infusion goes away. But most importantly, Emilie can create up to 4 cents when she uses her normals and allows the level 2 Lumidouce case to be made faster. Check out this clip as an example. And now for team comps. Honestly, Emilie just needs a pyro character that can trigger the burning reaction, and the other two can be very flexible. So this is not an exhaustive list, and there can be a lot more variations. Some example teams include Mono Pyro with Emilie, Bennett, Klee, and a Pyro DPS like Liney. Burn Meld can also work with Emilie, Bennett, Xianling, and a Cryo DPS like Risley or Ganyu. You can also try Emilie, Farina, Xianling, and Bennett. The Hydro application from Farina isn't enough to ruin the burning reaction, and everyone's damage will be buffed by Farina. Look at the damage in this clip. It's pretty good. All 3 clips I've recorded here uses a C0R1 Emilie. Alright, that's it for my Emilie video. I think she's better than I expected. Her playstyle wasn't as restrictive as I thought. She can be used in a lot of teams. Let me know if you guys are pulling for her or saving for Nathlan. Also, I personally like her design despite what some people are saying. But yeah, that's it. See ya.